In today's video, we're going to be talking about a few things. The first one being FaZe Clan possibly entering Rocket League. And no, I don't mean the fake thing that announced Jamal Jabari. I mean like actual FaZe Clan and their VP of content leaking something possibly. We've also got talks about the new fan reward system and how it's switching to a time-based, so you are guaranteed to get drops. We'll detail that. We've also got things about CRL and their increase of their prize pool for the spring season. And then also a team that has announced and extended their contract. Pretty good stuff for them. What is up, everybody? Lawler here, your inside source for all things Rocket League. Today's video, we're going to be breaking down a bunch of stuff, but before we get into that, as always, if you enjoy the content, hit a thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, click the bell, so you guys don't miss out on any of the news. With that said, any questions, comments, all that kind of stuff, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you guys would like links to what I'm talking about, always in the description for you as well, along with timestamps, all that kind of fun stuff. First thing up, we're going to be talking about FaZe Clan. FaZe Clan, obviously, many of you probably know, pretty big organization, and a lot of people have been wanting them to get into Rocket League for quite a while. One of their content creators, Scissors, has actually been very active in the scene and has also made content for FaZe alongside that. Usually he like hosts the tournament or has his fellow FaZe Clan members compete in different things, and there's been a lot of different various tournaments along those lines, but never have they officially entered Rocket League. There is two ways this may play out. I can either see them picking up a content creator or content creators, or I could see them picking up an esports team. I feel the esports team side is a little unlikely because there is still a lot of organizations that are hesitant to join Rocket League due to lack of communication and other frustrations that were expressed in that video I talked about a long time ago, where the 13 teams signed that petition and, you know, demanded like changes and blah, blah, blah. I will say that Rocket League esports has definitely started to trend in a really good direction. But I do know there is a lot of big name organizations that have still been pumping the brakes and are like, not yet. I'm talking TSM coming back, Cloud9 coming back, and other various organizations like Fnatic and everything else. So I don't foresee FaZe Clan really introducing themselves into the esports side just yet, but I do hope I'm wrong. This all came to be because there was a tweet put out by Jake Lucky. If you guys don't know Jake Lucky, he basically does what I do, but for all of esports. He's also known as like the esports talk guy. Jake ended up finding in the VP of content of FaZe Clan's Instagram story a picture of his schedule, and on the schedule, when it was zoomed in, it does say Rocket League announcement video. Many people thought that this actually was going to happen. This was supposed to be the 25th of February, but with the time schedule and everything else, it just looks like he had to go into a meeting or had to sit down and discuss or something along those lines, a Rocket League announcement video. What it is, who it is, how it's going to happen, all the specifics, nobody knows. This is just a teaser. Nothing has been said from the looks of it from FaZe Clan. The only thing that was said is someone made a tweet under the Twitter account FaZe Claw, CLAH, and a lot of people fell for it. They took the Baka's mod edit and put it on an Octane, and then they put out a tweet saying they picked up Jamal Jabari and all that kind of stuff, and that is not the case. A lot of people got faked by it. I will say that FaZe Clan does put a lot of emphasis on a specific type of brand, very boisterous, a different type of, I guess, personality that is a lot of focus on content because they understand that content is king, similar to 100 Thieves, but in its own different way. But FaZe Clan, I think with that said, I don't think they're going to be picking up a team anytime soon just based upon the things that you hear. But I do think it is possible for them to pick up some content creators. I think they may want to start getting their feet wet. Possibly we see FaZe Forky. I think it probably would actually suit them, but it'll be interesting to see on how things play out. That's, if I had to make a bet, I could possibly see like a FaZe Forky situation here. That's my early rolling of the dice. Maybe we'll be right. Second thing on the docket today is about fan rewards. Many of you guys have been watching the RLCS for a very long time and trying to get rewards and specific items and blah, blah, blah. The difficulty right now is it is all RNG. Unlike many believe in chat, spamming exclamation point items, drops, rewards, blah, blah, blah. Take your pick. That doesn't help you. It is a completely random chance of getting it. That has now changed, and there's some concerns that come with it. It is moving to a time-based system using Twitch's new drop campaigns. The way that it works is drops basically get enabled, and during that time, if you watch for at least an hour and at least 3 hours, you will get a drop. They did the same thing when they gave out Valorant keys and a bunch of other games. They did a drop system, I think, with Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov, to get certain things as well. So there is a drop system that is being built into Twitch now, and now they have the ability to implement that into Rocket League. So it is time-based as compared to just completely random. The scary thing about this is for those that do trading, or for those that are heavily involved with the economy, you're basically going to see a bunch of influx of items coming in, and it may diminish prices. I'm not a trader by any means, but I do recommend if you are into trading and you've got some very expensive items that come from Fan Rewards, now is your best time to sell them before the prices go down, because you are going to see a big influx of those items being created. I personally don't do any trading stuff. I don't really pay attention to it. I don't know what the prices are or any of that kind of stuff. So now here, not the place to talk about it, but just to keep yourself on a heads up. Link to this tweet will be down below, just like everything else, if you'd like to see specifics. It also tells you more info and more help in an article as well in their third tweet. Up next is the CRL 2021 spring season has been announced. I don't put too much emphasis into CRL myself, but it is a big deal because a couple things are changing. Number one, it's getting a visual overhaul. They have like a different material kind of when it looks like their visuals, almost like as if it looks like it's on a jersey, which actually looks pretty sick, like an esports jersey kind of style. The other thing is the prize pool is going up. It's not necessarily a prize pool. It's basically scholarship funds. So for those that are at that age and kind of trying to find a way to get some extra money or like grant money, competing in the CRL is a good way to do it. I mean, you're talking $75,000 compared to the $50,000 it was, is a pretty substantial jump. So cool to see CRL continuing to thrive. Even though I do feel that CRL is kind of a little too late for careers. There's a couple anomalies to that, but usually players, when they're very, very talented, start at 15. And then as they start to regress, they go and, get their degree and then earn some cash that way. But with that said, CRL and collegiate sports are kind of the foundation of the United States. So there's a lot of emphasis, but I personally do not put much time or effort, if any at all, into the CRL. I just like the production team. The production team over there, shout outs to Bento. Absolutely crush it. More details about CRL stuff in the link below, but it details the conferences, how many teams, all the specifics that you would want to know. Last but definitely not least, the best team in Europe, Team BDS. Very talented bunch. Does not look like they're going anywhere, which is good to hear. It does look like that Team BDS has extended the contract of extra Monkey Moon Mark by 8 and their coach Kale by 2 years, which is actually a pretty big deal. Usually you don't see this too often unless it's a long-standing team or like a long-term org. Primarily like G2 and stuff or Energy, you would kind of see these types of extensions. But I think Team BDS is a smart organization, understands what's going for them. Obviously, they have one of the best teams in the world and have been absolutely dominant, locked up a world championship spot, essentially. A lot of positive things for their team. So I'm not surprised by this anymore. If anything, it's a smart business decision to do it as early as possible. I do hope that the players understand that 2 years is a very long time. That is the current season plus another season and a half. The scary thing for this is if they're signing this extension now, this contract is going to come up a couple seasons from now in the middle of the season, which could be a little bit scary. So I do like that the players have a long-term home, especially an organization that has a facility that they can practice and scrim in, and it looks like they're treating them really well. Honestly, thumbs up on all sides and all fronts for this one for me. I'm happy to see BDS continue to have that success as well as be represented, because they took a shot in the dark. You never know how a team promoting from the RLCS is going to do. They've been crushing it ever since. In tomorrow's video, and as a last minute reminder, trade window is starting to begin. So you're going to be seeing a lot of rumors from Shift and everything else about trades and rosters and everything else going on. I'll be doing my best to cover those in a timely fashion. They may be a little bit behind the times, but I'm going to try to group as many as I can together just so you guys don't have to watch a 4-minute video like twice a day. It's just over the top. So I'm going to do my best to make sure that once I get like a handful of roster changes or rumors or anything like that, I'll try to group those all together, put those out, and then do that periodically rather than like once a day you're like, oh, this person, okay, next. And then you watch another video and another one. It's just, I'm not going to do that. So keep that in mind. Roster rumors and everything else coming up soon. It is about that time for the trade window to begin. So over the next week plus, especially after the NA major wraps up, there's going to be a lot of roster stuff going on. So keep that in mind as well. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. That does it for all your Rocket League news today. If you guys would like to make sure you stay up to date on those roster rumors and everything else, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the bell. Any questions, comments, concerns down below, as well as give it a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Any interaction with it definitely helps, but that is going to do it for me. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.